Hey, this is Rick from Hiking Emergency Beacon, and today I'm out to test this Spot X a bit more. I had a question this week on my YouTube channel, and it was about tracks being set down, breadcrumbs, etc., and they weren't showing up very fast or very often. So I thought I'd bring my Spot X back out here and see how it works on the map share and when you set tracking down. Now, I did upgrade to the, I don't know if it's the professional or expedition or something, but it was like one of the better subscription plans where I can get 2.5 minute tracking. So I wanted to see more tracks being put down. When I was talking to customer service, they gave me some advice. But before I get into all that, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. So when I was talking to customer service, they said always make sure your firmware is updated, that you check your tracking. Make sure that your map page, you've got the device shows up. And so they gave a lot of different, some really good advice. I would just recommend that if you ever have any trouble, go ahead and contact Spot customer service, because they're always quick to respond, or have been for me in the past, and they're always very knowledgeable and helpful. So don't hesitate to get on the phone with them and work out the issues that you do have. But today I'm going to come out here and I'm going to test this. So let's see what happens on 2.5 minute tracks. And I'm going to do a short trail, short loop, and let's see what it does, what it lays down. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do when I start hiking here, because I'm used to putting a route down or seeing things on a trail, but Spot doesn't do that. So what I'm going to do is, and this was another thing customer service said, make sure you select tracking to start this, so that, because sometimes, it's not going to show you tracks if you don't, I guess, share it on map share page and start tracking. So we're going to start tracking here. And I should get some indication that it is tracking. Okay, so yeah, there's little tracks on here. Let's see if you can see it on here. Maybe you can. There's two little footprints. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick to show you on the screen. But it shows little footprints there. So make sure those show up. Make sure those show up when you're tracking, because I actually pushed it down the first time and I thought it was tracking, but I didn't see any indication on the screen. So then I held it down again and it worked this time. So there's those little footprints. Okay, so I'm starting to go on a short hike. I think maybe a half-mile hike to test this Spot X and how well it tracks. I sent out a tracking location, and then I also set the tracks on the Spot X. So the next time I will talk to you, we'll see just how well this worked, and well, I'll wrap up this test. And we just got about 10 inches of snow here around Larkspur, Colorado, a couple days ago. So it's a little bit harder to walk through the snow here. Don't have snowshoes on, but I'll make the best of it. It's Colorado. It's a beautiful day, so why not? All right, I've done a little bit more testing on the Spot X, and I had somebody that left a comment for me on my YouTube channel, and they said that they weren't getting as many spots laid down or tracks laid down, breadcrumbs, whatever you want to call it. So I took it out about a week and a half ago, and I tested it, and I thought it was working pretty good. But I've done several tests since then, some with messaging, different satellite messengers, back and forth between them. And I noticed that some of the tracks weren't being laid down as frequently as I thought. I was out here on a trail where I'm actually at right now, and there's like 5 miles of trails, but there's shorter sections. And I went on about a 0.4 mile hike. And I had it like on a 2.5 minute tracks. Today I have it on a 5 minute track, but it wasn't laying them down every 2.5 minutes. At one spot where I was out in the open, no trees around, it looked like it was doing it. But when I was near trees, it wasn't. So I headed back out here today, and then I'm at Dawson's Butte Ranch Open Space Trail, and I set both my Garmin InReach Mini 2 to 5 minute tracking interval. And then I set the Spot X to 5 minutes also. And then I went on about a 0.4 mile hike, and then I stopped, took screenshots, and looked at it. And where my Garmin InReach Mini, I mean, I went to the same place. I mean, same forest, the same open area. My Garmin InReach Mini 2 laid down 4 tracks. The Spot X only laid down 1. So I think there's something going on here. I was mentioning that I did some other tests too with the messaging. I've noticed that when I was messaging between my Mini 2 and the ACR Bivy Stick and the Zoleo, the messages were going back and forth between them, through satellite, like every minute to 2 minutes. But the Spot X, it took 15 or 20 minutes for the first message to go through. And then after that, the next time I responded, it was a little shorter, but it was maybe 3 to 5 minutes. The reliability or the speed at which it messages is a little disappointing, honestly. And the how it lays down tracks is also disappointing. The Mini 2 just lays them down a lot more accurately. I don't know if it's the satellite system they're using or the technology that's in the devices. There are problems with the Spot X and the Gen 4. Now, if you're in an open country and there's not a lot of trees, it may not be an issue. Maybe different parts of the world. I would just say do as much research as you can before you go buy the Spot X. And that's hard to do sometimes because getting somebody's review or opinion in Canada or North America or the United States or different parts of North America, that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to make that decision because it might work great in some places and not others. So I just wanted to give you a real genuine field test and opinion. I've just seen so many issues with the Spot X. They say it's a satellite communicator more than anything else, rather than like a GPS device for following a route or trail and navigating by. And I would agree with that. But honestly, it's because of the speed of which it messages and the lack of tracks it lays down, it has moved down to one of the lowest level satellite messengers for me personally. Don't mean to be negative about a messenger, but I'm just trying to give you my honest opinion as I field test these. Let's see if we can be more positive on my next satellite messenger review. But I appreciate you guys following me and watching these. So thanks for joining me here on Hiking Emergency Beacon, and I'll see you back out here in Colorado next time.